BBC Radio Gloucestershire. Right, on Friday we were talking about events at the Barn Theatre in Cirencester. We had Iwan Lewis on, the Artistic Director, and we had Tweedy the Clown. He's not here today, but, well, he is in spirit. Have a little listen to this.
The circus closed, so I had to get a job. Didn't know what to do, so I followed Bob. Didn't know where we were bound, but he ended up in the lost and found. And Tweedys lost and found. Tweedys lost and found. Experience I've got none, but we're gonna have lots of fun. Keith the Iron's here too, he'll surely see us through. And Tweedys lost and found. Tweedys lost and found.
I tell you what, at times of crisis, we all need Tweedy the Clown in our lives, don't we? Iwan Lewis is Artistic Director at the Barn Theatre in Cirencester. Oh, that was great to hear that. Just explain what we were listening to then, Iwan.
Well, this whole thing has been madness, what's happening in the world, but also the manner in which, performers all over the country and theatres are having to find new ways. And everyone, as you said, everyone's taking to their living rooms to entertain the world at the moment. And, Tweedy's a local, and within a few days, we managed to get our heads together. That theme tune you just heard, he wrote in about 10 seconds and just performed it straight into a microphone, and then the whiz kids here at the barn turned it into a soundtrack. Credit to Harry Smith, who put that one together in about 10 minutes. But we're doing what we can to do what we do best, which is to entertain people at this time. And obviously we've got to do everything we can to take the precautions necessary to do that. So as you probably know, Dom, there's accommodation here at the barn. So this is our living room here where we're actually based at the moment. So we all pretty much live at the Barn Theatre. So we are in a lockdown at the moment pretty much, and we've got the team who live here need to keep going, and we have that luxury of being able to live stream from the Barn Theatre. We're making sure everything is cleaned daily and sanitising all the equipment, and the plan is to provide that community service to entertain our audiences from afar, and also provide services like getting the local MP and medical information and things like that over our airwaves at the moment as part of our Behind the Barn Door streaming service.
Oh, yeah. You had Sir Geoffrey Clifton Brown on last week, is that right?
Yeah, we did. He came on, and for the first time he'd ever done it, did a live stream of questions that were coming into him live, and he answered, he was getting straight to his business owners, and I think he's doing another one on Friday to make sure that any individuals and businesses are able to get questions direct to somebody who's right up there in Westminster with all the answers, or most of the answers at least.
Oh, yeah, exactly. As many answers as we can get at the moment. I'm getting so many people asking questions. It's a tough time at the moment because I haven't got all the answers, but if you are sending an email to radio.gloucestershire@bbc.co.uk or calling us, we'll do our best to get an answer. Talking about sort of getting an answer, a medical name that's just been announced who's going to be really supportive of you. And I think she's a pretty busy lady at the moment, isn't she?
Absolutely. Dr. Dawn Harper, she's famous for embarrassing bodies and programs like that. She's been a huge supporter of the barn since we opened, and has been coming as a punter to see our shows for since we opened, really. And we thought, what better to have somebody in the medical field to support us at this time, and going forward, she's going to be key to people's safety and health over the next couple of months, most probably. So we wanted to, as well as get her support for what we're doing with Saving the Barn, we want to show our audiences what use the theatre will have over the next couple of months as well. So Dawn will be coming on, Dr. Dawn will be coming on our stream at some point in the next couple of weeks, hopefully as soon as possible, to start giving that advice across the airwaves, live stream to our Facebook page.
All right, that'll be really, really good. Also, we should talk little bit about the launch of the NHS Emergency Services Armed Forces Ticket Fund as well?
Yeah, absolutely. And Dawn was really, really excited about this, and it's something that she really wanted to endorse. So what we are doing is we have a separate fund, separate to the Save Our Barn fund, which is when we do finally reopen the theatre after all of this goes away. And we're determined to make sure that we make this Save Our Barn campaign a success, so that when all this blows over, the people of the community have something to look forward to. But really, that NHS armed services and all the emergency services fund is to make sure that all these people who are keeping us safe and healthy at this time have tickets to come to the theatre as a gift from our community when all this blows over. And any tickets all the money that comes in for that going towards the tickets, we will match that and make sure that as many people from the emergency services and the people who are keeping Britain going at the moment get rewarded at the end of this.
Brilliant. Just remind us about Tweedy as well, how we can enjoy that.
Yeah, well, Tweedys Lost and Found, which is a new mini show that will be running live from the Barn Theatre. It'll be live on our Facebook, our YouTube page, and there's one more, our Twitter Periscope stream from 12 o'clock on Wednesday. And we were in rehearsals over the weekend with Tweedy, and it's genuinely one of the funniest things I've ever seen. There's not many of us here at the moment, but none of it. We were all falling off our seats because that man is a genius. It's hilarious. And I think this is a new way of putting sort of circus and clowning across to an audience. And I'm hoping that when all this finishes, this is something that can continue, because I think Tweedy is one of the funniest people I've ever seen in my life.
I agree with you there. Right, is that a wrap for the moment? Are we sorted? We got an update from the barn. Is that all we need to know for the moment?
Well, actually, we've got lots of other programming coming up as well. So we're looking at other things. There's going to be a story time program. At the moment, it's probably going to be with me and the wonderful children's author Preston Rutt, who's a Cirencester local, has offered the rights to his Tortoise versus the Hare, the rematch, which was a big hit with children. And we are going to be reading that live at some point this week. We have a wonderful local performer, Kieran Powell, who's going to be doing his Keep Laughing show at some point. All this to be confirmed, so stay tuned to the Barn Theatre's social media channels. And he's a ventriloquist and puppeteer and comedian. So we're going to try and keep programming lots and lots of shows, as well as community announcements with the MP coming on later in the week again, and Dr. Dawn Harper doing her medical advice live from the Barn Theatre, to make sure that we are keeping people safe and healthy, but also entertained in their living rooms, and don't travel to Wales.
All right, absolutely. Iwan Lewis, by the time you next come on, can you learn to at least boil an egg for me?
Shall I live stream from my kitchen boiling eggs? I think
definitely.
That could make wonderful radio.
Or maybe ramp it up a bit, maybe a bit of poached or scrambled or something like that. But
there's no chance I could poach an egg.
I want to see some evidence by the next time you're on, because we need to cook together. Thank you for coming on.
I'll tweet you, Dom.